These 10 photos were hidden for nearly 100 years. When historians finally colorized them, they revealed a side of the Great Depression that black and white photos could never show. Photo number 7 will change how you see this era forever. Let's start with number 10. In 1936, a mother and her children sit outside a makeshift shelter in Oklahoma. This is one of the most reproduced images of the era, but in black and white, you miss the details. Colorized, you can see the cracked, sunburned skin, the faded blue of a hand-sewn dress, the orange dust coating everything in sight. Families like this lost everything when a decade of drought turned fertile farmland into literal dust. Over 2.5 million people fled the Great Plains during this time, the largest migration in American history. Photo 9, Breadline, New York City, 1930. In New York City, hundreds of men wait in silence for a single meal. In color, you notice something the black and white photo hides. Many of these men are wearing suits. These weren't lifelong poor. They were bankers, salesmen, business owners just a year earlier. The 1929 crash didn't just take their jobs. It erased the idea that hard work guaranteed safety. Photo 8, Shantytown, Central Park, 1932. This is Hooverville, a shanty town built by homeless families directly in Central Park, New York's most famous landmark. Photo 7, Child Laborer, Cotton Mill, South Carolina, 1933. This is the photo that changes everything. A 10-year-old girl stands at a cotton mill machine, taller than she is. Child labor laws barely existed. Colorized, you can see her hands, stained, calloused, adult hands on a child's body. Photos like this one, taken by photographer Lewis Hine, were used as evidence to eventually pass child labor protection laws in 1938. Photo 6, Soup Kitchen Line, Chicago, 1931. Al Capone, yes, the gangster, funded one of Chicago's largest soup kitchens during this exact period. Some historians believe it was a PR move. Others say it fed thousands who had nowhere else to turn. In color, the steam rising from the soup pots is visible for the first time, a small, human detail lost in the original photo. Photo 5, Farm Auction, Iowa, 1933. When farmers couldn't pay their debts, banks seized their land and auctioned it off, sometimes for pennies on the dollar. Neighboring farmers would show up and refuse to bid above a few cents, intimidating outside buyers, then return the land to the original owner. This act of quiet rebellion was known as a penny auction. Photo 4, Migrant Mother, California, 1936. Perhaps the most iconic photo of the entire era. Florence Owens Thompson, a 32-year-old mother of 7, sits with her children in a pea pickers camp in California. She had just sold the tires from her car to buy food. Colorized, the exhaustion in her eyes is impossible to look away from. Photo 3, CCC Workers, Montana, 1934. Not every photo from this era is bleak. Here, young men in the Civilian Conservation Corps plant trees in Montana as part of Roosevelt's New Deal. Over 3 million young men passed through this program, planting nearly 3 billion trees and building infrastructure still used today. Photo 2, Bank Run, Tennessee, 1930. A crowd gathers outside a bank, desperate to withdraw their savings before it collapses. Over 9,000 banks failed during the Depression, wiping out the savings of millions overnight. There was no FDIC insurance yet. If your bank failed, your money was simply gone. Photo 1, Breadline at Dawn, Los Angeles, 1932. And finally, this photo, taken just before sunrise, shows a line that had already formed hours before a shelter even opened its doors. Some of these people had walked overnight from neighboring towns, arriving before dawn just to have a chance at a meal. It's a quiet, haunting reminder of just how far people were willing to go simply to survive. Closing. These photos remind us that history isn't just facts in a textbook. It's real people who lived through impossible circumstances. If this changed how you see the Great Depression, subscribe. We bring hidden history back to life every week.